Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Creatine, and I originally planned to do this video yesterday instead of yesterday's story time, but I couldn't remember the full context of what led up to this situation. So I just had to talk to some people, give it the night, and I got full context of the situation now. And so let's just get into the story time. Today's story is going to be about when I talked to one of my ex teachers while high in McDonald's. So, for the context, this took place in the beginning of March of this current year. I wasn't in any of my sports at the time. I only did do football and track. And track was like, I think 2 weeks out from starting still, so I still had some time left on my hands. And so, my one buddy, he was having some family issues. We'll call him Isaiah. And it's not the first time he's had issues. He's one of my like really close friends. Like I genuinely consider this dude family, and he knows he's welcome at my house anytime my mom welcomes him here. My entire family just adores this dude because of how wholesome he genuinely is. So whenever he's having issues and he just like needs somewhere to stay, me and my family got him, and I know he got me if anything happens to me. So I was letting my buddy Isaiah crash at my house for a couple of days, and he came back to my house with me after school. We went to the same school. We were walking home. My little brother came home with us, walked with us, and we called up three of our friends. Alvin, which I've told stories about before. My one friend from the fair fight video, one of the people we were going to meet up with there. I don't remember what I called him. We'll just call him Chase. But and our other friend, who we'll just call Jacob, who was still really like new to smoking. I think he had been vaping pretty frequently, but we called these three over, come smoke with us. We had some weed on us. I think the three of them had some weed, and I think Isaiah also had some. Like, the amount that weed is so easy to come by is insane. But anyway, we all smoke. Isaiah, I think, leaves somewhere for a good portion of the day, and then he comes back, and it's getting to be pretty late out. It's dark outside, and me and Isaiah are getting kind of hungry. We're chilling, just talking, and we go ask my mom for some money to go get some McDonald's, because McDonald's is like right down the street from me. It's fucking amazing. Nice walking distance. A lot of my friends work there. I enjoy the hell out of it. And so my mom gives me and Isaiah some money. Excuse me. We walk down to the McDonald's. It's like a 3 minute walk, not even. And we get into this McDonald's. We're at like the little kiosk. We're ordering our food. And I think not even 5 minutes into us being there, somebody I recognize walks in. And it's not just anybody. It is my old biology honors teacher who retired the year after I had him. Like, he retired at the end of the year. And don't ask me what my dumbass was doing in a biology honors class. I was just sitting there looking like a fucking goofball. I failed most of the tests. It was an experience, but yeah, don't know how I got in there, but he comes walking into the McDonald's, and like, he is a big fucking dude. Like, he is an extremely big dude, and this is also like the teacher that everyone would presume came into school like drunk, and just everyone presumed this teacher is just like really fucked up, like he's an alcoholic, all this stuff. I wasn't really sure how true it was. I definitely thought that he was drunk during class a few times, but he always just seemed like a pretty chill, relatively chill teacher. He thought I was one of his favorite students, surprisingly, even though I barely passed his fucking class. And anyway, he comes strolling into the McDonald's. We make direct eye contact. My eyes are bright pink, and I'm talking to him, and he's slurring his words a little. I barely notice. I'm like, you could snap your fingers in front of my face, and I probably won't respond at the current moment I'm at. And we get done talking. He's going ordering his food, and I'm still waiting for mine, and then it finally comes out. I go get it. Isaiah's walking up with me. He gets it, and the teacher, we'll just call him Mr. Jackson. He talks to me again. We're shooting the shit for probably like 5 more minutes. He's telling me what he was doing beforehand. He was dressed like a whole construction worker, and I guess he was like working with carpentry or drywall before he came to the McDonald's, and he was covered in like dust and drywall and shit. And so we finished the conversation. I tell Mr. Jackson, I'm like, yo, you know what? Have a wonderful day. Me and my buddy Isaiah, we grab our food, we leave, and we're walking back, both completely stoned off of our asses from this McDonald's. And Isaiah looks at me and he goes, so you could tell he was drunk, right? I'm like, what? He goes, oh yeah, Mr. Jackson, he was like very heavily drunk. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? He's like, well, he used to come into like school fucked up all the time, and like he yelled at me a lot. Like I was his bitch most of the year is essentially what Isaiah was telling me, because of how much Mr. Jackson would bitch at Isaiah our ninth grade year. And I guess Isaiah, well, with him also being a borderline alcoholic and just the living, breathing definition of like a trip or a high, is he knows what somebody who's drunk looks like. He knows what somebody who's high looks like. He knows what somebody who's tripping looks like. He always calls so many people out on their shit when they're like fucked up or not fucked up and lying about it, and it's so hilarious how much he knows. And actually, I have so many stories about this dude, but he was basically just explaining to me, yeah, his eyes were like very bloodshot. He was slurring his words a lot, and like some of the things I didn't really notice. I heard him slurring his words, but like I slur my words. I don't know if y'all realize that. It's kind of an anxiety thing. A lot of people slur their words. I wasn't really taking that into account that much. And so just come to realize, I get home, I talk to my mom. I'm like, hey, you know that one science teacher that I spent like 3 days getting that project done for in ninth grade so I would pass for the year? Because that was true. I had spent like 3 days working on a project so I could pass his class for the year. And she's like, yeah, the one that you barely fucking passed because you did not work well on it at all or take that much time on it at all. And I'm like, yeah, he was at the McDonald's, and well, he definitely knows that I was a little fucked up. And she just looks at me and goes, you're a fucking idiot. And then me and Isaiah go to my room. We just eat our fucking McDonald's. We smoke more weed. And we call it a night from there. And, yeah, so that's basically it for today's story time. Not really a big story time. I think it's more one of my more funny stories. If you think that talking to one of your teachers while you're fucked up is funny. And I have a story about coming to school high I'm probably going to tell on here at some point. And anyway, just keep letting me know, like, what you guys want to see in the comments, because, like, the amount of tips and advice you guys are giving me is absolutely insane, and I love all of you for it, because it is genuinely so helpful to me as a new creator. And I really hope the editing that I'm doing in the video goes well. I'm gonna try and add in some pictures and shit, and just try to make it more like it better to look at. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and giving me that advice in the comments, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.